Just take a look around you. I mean, right now, you are literally swimming in an invisible sea of signals. They're the silent messengers that connect your headphones, your car, your laptop, everything to the rest of the world. In this explainer, we're going to make the invisible, well, visible, and really figure out how this hidden world works.
So, have you ever stopped to think about that? Why can your Wi-Fi blanket your entire house, but to pay for a coffee, you have to physically tap your phone to the machine? They're both wireless, right? But they are so different. Let's dig into why that is.
We're about to go on a little journey. We're going to start super close with the tech that's literally in your pocket. Then we'll zoom out to the smart devices all over our homes. And finally, we'll connect to the entire global internet. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which signal is the right tool for the right job.
All right, let's start with the signals that are closest to home. I'm talking about the ones that operate inside your personal bubble, just inches or at most a few feet away from you. First up is NFC, or near-field communication. Now, the best way to think about this is like a secret digital handshake. It's specifically designed for devices that are practically touching. And that's not a flaw, it's actually its most important security feature.
And this is exactly why NFC is the king of mobile payments and transit cards. I mean, you definitely don't want someone across the cafe accidentally paying for their latte with your phone, right? That need to be super close ensures that every transaction is intentional and, most importantly, secure.
Okay, next we've got RFID, which you can think of as NFC's close cousin. Now, if NFC is a two-way conversation, RFID is more like a super fast roll call. A reader sends out a signal, and any RFID tags nearby just shout back their name. It's like an invisible high-speed barcode scanner.
So let's get this straight, because it's the most important difference. NFC is for secure, complex, back-and-forth stuff, like payments. RFID is all about simple, super fast identification, like scanning 100 packages in a warehouse in just a few seconds. One's a conversation, the other's a head count.
Now let's expand that personal bubble just a little bit with Bluetooth. Its entire job in life is to connect all your personal gadgets, your headphones, your smartwatch, you name it, without that tangled mess of cords. It's the ultimate wireless accessory for your personal space. And you see it everywhere. From your headphones pumping out your favorite songs, to your car stereo system, to your game controller. Bluetooth is the champion of connecting your personal devices. It's reliable, it's pretty low power, and it's just perfect for keeping all your gadgets in sync inside a single room.
Okay, so we've covered our personal space. Now let's zoom out a bit and talk about connecting that huge, growing universe of smart devices that we call the Internet of Things.
Whoa. Okay, don't let that name scare you. Seriously, just think of this as the secret language that all your smart home devices use to talk to each other. It lets them form their own private little club, so they don't have to clog up your Wi-Fi network all the time. Now, the really brilliant thing here is how they create what's called a mesh network. So, instead of every single light bulb and sensor screaming for your Wi-Fi router's attention, they just pass messages to each other, kind of like a game of telephone. The bulb talks to the thermostat, which then talks to the door sensor. Each device makes the other stronger, making your whole smart home network way more reliable. But what about devices that are like miles away? Well, that's where a real specialist like LoRa comes in. This is a long-range technology that can basically whisper tiny little bits of data over huge distances, all while using an incredibly small amount of power. This makes it absolutely perfect for things like a sensor in a farmer's field that only needs to report the soil moisture once a day, or, a city water meter that sends its reading just once a month. For these jobs, range and battery life are everything, and high speed is totally irrelevant. All right, we've connected our gadgets and our smart homes. Now for the final and biggest piece of the puzzle, the technologies that connect us and all of our devices to the global internet. And here it is, the one we all know and love, Wi-Fi. The best way to think of your Wi-Fi router is as a high-speed data fire hose for your home or office. Its whole job is to pump out massive amounts of data at lightning speed, but its reach is pretty limited.
This is exactly why it's the undisputed champion for anything that's data hungry. Streaming 4K movies, intense online gaming, those endless video calls for work, all of that stuff requires the kind of high bandwidth connection that only a local Wi-Fi network can really provide. But the second you step out your front door, you're on cellular. And its superpower isn't just about speed, it's about mobility. This is the network that's designed from the ground up to go wherever you go, keeping you connected while you're on the move.
So here's the fundamental trade-off, and it's a really important one.
Wi-Fi gives you blazing fast speed at home for a flat fee. Cellular gives you the freedom to be connected almost anywhere on the planet, but you pay for the data that you use. They're just two different tools for two very different jobs. So, after our journey from a simple tap on a payment terminal all the way out to a global network, let's bring it all home and see how to choose the right signal for the job. Look, here's the bottom line. These technologies aren't competing with each other. They are a team of specialists. You wouldn't use a Ferrari to haul furniture, right? And you wouldn't use Wi-Fi to track a cargo ship in the middle of the ocean. It is all about picking the right tool for the job.
And this table really just puts it all into perspective. Just look at the pattern here. As the range expands, from the centimeters of NFC all the way up to the kilometers of cellular, the power needed generally just skyrockets. And the job itself completely transforms, from a simple, secure handshake to connecting your headphones, all the way to powering an entire city's mobile internet. It's this fascinating spectrum of specialization, really a beautiful example of engineering the perfect signal for a very specific need.
So yeah, from that simple, secure tap to pay for your morning coffee to the insanely complex global network that lets you stream a movie while you're sitting on a bus, every single one of these invisible signals has its own distinct and vital purpose in our connected world.
It really makes you think about what's coming next, doesn't it? As we connect everything from our running shoes to our entire cities, the demand for new, smarter, and even more specialized signals is just going to explode. So what do you think? What's the next great wireless challenge going to be? What problem does our world need a brand new signal to solve?